Wow, can you believe it? It's been 60 years since this came out. Well, actually premiered. Though this would actually be considered a re-review, but since I'm doing it on the same day I did my actual review of this is going to be a revisited review. So now, without further ado, my first revisited review, and it's going to be on the classic itself, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Ho 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 ho! This is Big D's entertainment rankings and reviews. Ho ho ho!
So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Noel, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a revisited review of the 1964 stop motion Christmas animated television special Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer from Videocraft International Limited, which of course that's Rankin based hero. This special originally premiered on NBC on December 6, 1964 and was sponsored by General Electric under the umbrella title The General Electric Fancy Hour. Based on Johnny Marks' 1949 tune of the same name, which was itself based on the poem of the same name, written by Robert L. May, Mark's brother in law, which was done a decade before the song. Now, this, of course, was shown numerous times. As with other specials like A Charlie Brown Christmas and How the Grinch Stole Christmas, this is one special that no longer airs merely once annually, but several times now. So here's our story. As we start by seeing the snowman, Sam, who was done by our narrator, Mr. Burl Ives. Okay, Donner, the lead reindeer for Santa Claus, and his wife have a new fawn named Rudolph. They are surprised to find out he was born with a glowing red nose. Donner attempts to first cover Rudolph's nose with mud and later uses a fake one so Rudolph will fit in with the other reindeer. The following spring, Rudolph goes out for the reindeer games where the new fawns learn to fly and are scouted by Santa for future sleigh duty. Rudolph meets a doe named Clarice, who tells him he's cute, making Rudolph fly. While he celebrates with the other bucks, the fake nose pops out, causing the other reindeer to mock him and Coach Comet to expel him. Rudolph meets and joins Hermie, a misfit elf who left Santa's workshop to follow his dream and become a dentist, as well as Yukon Cornelius, a prospector who has spent his life searching for silver and gold. After escaping the abominable snow monster, or the Bumble as Yukon refers to it as, all three land on the island of Misfit Toys. It is a place where unloved or unwanted toys reside with their ruler, a winged lion named King Moonracer, who brings the toys to the island until he can find homes and children who would love them. The king allows them to stay one night on the island and asks them to ask Santa to find homes for them. Rudolph leaves on his own that night, worried that his nose will endanger his friends. Now I'll give you the last bit of this story, so I am going to advise you to stop this video immediately and go to the description box below to fast forward to the time below to avoid hearing the end of this story. But if you've seen this already, which I'm sure a lot of you has, I count down now, you may continue. Okay, you've been warned. Time passes, and Rudolph, now a young stag, returns home to find that his parents and Clarice have been searching for him. He then travels to the Abominable's cave, where they are being held captive. Rudolph attempts to rescue Clarice until the monster knocks him down with a stalactite. Hermie and Yukon eventually show up with a plan to help out Rudolph. Hermie lures the monster out of the cave by imitating the sound of a pig and pulls out the Abominable's teeth after Yukon knocks him out. Yukon drives the toothless monster back over a cliff and falls with it. Rudolph, Hermie, Clarice, and the Donners return home where everyone apologizes to them. Yukon returns with a tamed abominable now trained to trim a Christmas tree, explaining that the monster's bouncy ability saved both of their lives. Christmas Eve comes, and while everybody is celebrating, Santa announces that a big snowstorm is approaching, forcing him to cancel Christmas. Blinded by Rudolph's bright nose, he changes his mind and asks Rudolph to lead the sleigh. Rudolph accepts, and their first stop is the Island of Misfit Toys, where Santa delivers the toys to children. And as Sam says in the end of this little special, as for the rest of the story, he went down in history. End of story. So, what did I think of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? I love this special. It is one of my absolute all-time favorite Christmas specials of all time. It's up there with a Charlie Brown Christmas, of course. Anyway, ever since it's been shown, it's been initially met with a positive reception among critics who praise the voice acting, soundtrack, animation style, and stuff like that. It's often regarded as one of the best Christmas films ever made, being featured on numerous top 10 lists. It has become widely popular among both young children and adults familiar with the Christmas season, and has garnered a large cult following since its initial debut, where it aired on NBC from 1964 until 71. Then it moved to CBS from 1972 until last year in 2023. And now tonight, the show's gone. This special has gone right back to its original home of NBC, where it'll be airing on there for the first time since 1971. Since Universal actually has the distribution rights for this with True DreamWorks Classics and its its owner Classic Media. Anyway, it has gotten such good response from everyone. Rotten Tomatoes has a score of 95%, saying this is a Yuletide gem that bursts with eye-popping iconography, icon, iconography, a spirited soundtrack, and a heartwarming celebration of difference. Contemporary reports rated the special highly, with a 1970 survey from Clark Williamson noting that viewers gave the special above average reviews, only slightly lower than two other 60s classics, A Charlie Brown Christmas and The Little Drummer Boy, which also was from Rankin Bass, and ahead of other specials of the era. In December 2018, a Hollywood Reporter morning consult poll, which surveyed 2,200 adults from November 15th to 18th, named Rudolph the most beloved holiday film, with 83% of respondents having a generally favorable response to the title. Over the years, it's given so many good things and what have you. There have been books and what have you, and even a video game for Nintendo Wii and the DS, but it wasn't that great though. It was just a bunch of mini games. Also, more recently, outside of airing on network television, since 2019, this special, along with Frosty the Snowman, which also will be celebrating the anniversary, also from Rankin Bass, when the special celebrated its 55th anniversary, the cable channel Freeform has aired this as part of its 25 Days of Christmas holiday programming block, which is another place you can still catch it to this day. Rankin Bass went on to produce numerous other specials. First up was Rudolph's Shiny New Year, which debuted on ABC 12 years later and still continues to air on the network and Freeform as well. Even though that special is under license at Warner Brothers. Same can be said for the feature-length special from 1979, Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July. But the rest didn't involve Rankin Bass. First up was the direct-to-video Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer on the Island of Misfit Toys from 2001, released by a team that produced an unrelated Rudolph movie in '98. Then Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer 4D attraction from 2016, a 10-minute stop-motion story adaptation in the form of a 4D film from Cimex Iwerks. And in 2018, Team Rudolph and the Reindeer Games, a short film adaptation of the book of the same name, was featured on the original film's Blu-ray release in 2018. Yes, if you don't catch it on TV, you can always stream it, but it's available on physical media alone or with all the Rankin Bass specials or with a few of them from Universal. Now, a few years ago, Universal, along with Warner Brothers, actually did release a big collection containing all of the specials. So, anyway, now you know. Of course, Johnny Marks composed the film's music and also had numerous songs sung by the cast and of characters and, of course, Burl Ives himself, which, of course, included Holly Jolly Christmas, Silver and Gold, and, of course, the theme song. Now, aside from Burl Ives, we also have voicing the titular character of Rudolph is Billy May Richards. Voicing Hermie is Paul Souls. Yukon Cornelius is voiced by Larry Mann. Now, some of these voice actors had recently done work on some of the works by Videocraft were just now making it since they had already had some shows out, including the stop motion New Adventures of Pinocchio and the completely animated Tales of the Wizard of Oz. Now, for the rest of the cast, we have Stan Francis as Santa and King Moonracer, Alfie Scott as Fireball, one of the reindeer Rudolph meets at the reindeer games, as well as the Island Misfit Toys character Charlie in the Box and various male elves. Janice Orenstein voices Clarice. Paul Kligman voices Donner and Comet. Carl Bannis voices the head elf and various misfit toys. Corinne Conley voices Mrs. Donner and the dolly you see at the Island Misfit Toys. Peg Dixon voices various female elves and Mama Claus, and Bernard Cowan did the vocal effects for Bumble. But however, he was uncredited. Anyway, so this was just so incredible. Now, actually, musical director Maury Lars actually composed the incidental score for this. Now, actually, in addition to songs written specifically for this, several Mark's other holiday standards populate the instrumental score, including I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day, as well as Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, which had already recently had been a hit for country singer Brenda Lee. And it's still a popular song to this day. But anyway, in the end, I love Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It has a great story and great characters, great songs, a great score, and great voice acting, and all that stuff you can get from an actual Christmas animated special. It's in my top, so I'd say this is in my top three, or should I say top five favorite Christmas specials of all time. So anyway, I think this is a great special. I would definitely recommend this to anybody who has yet to even see this. You can catch it when it comes back to NBC. They will air it twice a year, or if you don't catch it, check it out on Freeform. Check your listings if you got it, or get it on physical media. Okay. So, what did you think of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? You can let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, consider clicking the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel. Make it grow and make the views grow. Tell all your friends about my channel. Get them to know me. Maybe they'd like to be a part of my Big D Nation, or share my vids with your friends if you wish. And next time, I'll be bringing to you my Saturday morning TV log on the Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3 and the new Super Mario World animated series. So if you like this, consider checking out my reviews for some of these other Christmas specials. In the upper left hand corner is my review of probably one of the more underrated holiday specials, but it's still a good one that I've come to like. And that's the Christmas Street Train from 1983. Or you can go to the upper right hand corner and see my review for another their great holiday special, that would be that would be the Fat Albert Christmas special from 1977, which of course that aired on CBS as well. Or if you would like, maybe you'd like to go to the bottom left hand corner and see my review of the one of the most viewed Christmas specials on my channel, which is The Bear That Slept Through Christmas, which has now gotten 2,000 views. Thank you, everyone. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.